The National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner, who's been stepping up to the challenges all season, now with 8 interceptions. It's the Chargers and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Folk's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It gets by him and out of daylight. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Third down and 6. Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Now it's caught. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll leave them with third and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have regained the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 10-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his leg.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. He's got him. And That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud looking to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Allen Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The York on now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A final shot before the break. Watson over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And this one, a 1-point game at halftime. The Cards trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Trent Sherfield, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown catch in that first half. Here it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20, Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, LA. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Watson on 3rd down. Sliding out of the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 148 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal, Stroud.
Flush to his right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a short.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And Chubb will try the middle here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going deep for Brown.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
A 1st down carry for Barkley.
205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll go to Barkley again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Barkley will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on second and long. Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey,